What's good, YouTube? It's your man Azriel with one side on. I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet for y'all, and I'm gonna try to address the issue. I want you guys. I'm gonna put y'all on something real quick. I'm working on a collab project. The intro video should be out tomorrow. It'll be one video a week where I will be talking about some issues about black supremacy and the pro-black movement. There's going to be some definite weigh-ins and some introductory topics, some new concepts introduced, some organizations going to be explored. So make sure you sit on with that, man. I'm not going to tell you who I'm collabing with, but it's definitely going to be worth it. Now, I needed to address something. I mulled over this for about a couple of days, a better part of a week. And I think because he wants the attention, I'm going to give him the attention. And I'm going to only give him this one video to say what I have to say. And after I've said what I've had to say, I'm going to move the fuck on. Because at this point, it is 2015. I'm too old to be doing this online beef and shit. But everybody that knows what I'm going to talk about, you know, Diddy Kong Jr., Gorilla Grodd, Gorilla Farilla, Mr. Shit Eater, Ed the Bug, you know, Mike Millz, that guy. Now, he put me out in 2 videos about some issues. And I'm going to address the first issue because that one seems could be legitimate, even though I'm pretty sure it isn't. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that it is. Now, in the first video, he did a promo for his show, which was a Tuesday night show. And he took some shots at me. He said, well, this happened on my show that Beasley exposed this. And you need to give me credit. And I thought about it. I said, even though I'm 100% sure, number one, he never showed any link to what show it came from so that I can go see for myself. Because I'm a man of my word. If I'm wrong and someone correct me, I'll annotate it. And they show me that I'm wrong, I'll annotate it in the video. And I'll give that person credit. I will link it to their actual show and say, this is where you can find it. Excuse me. This is where you can find it. This is where the person did it. Shout outs to you. The short point of this is, he could have, instead of putting it out in a video, could have messaged me privately, like, you know, a grown man would, and air that out. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes. So he made some serious claims, and he said that I was homeless up until 2 months ago. He said that I have an anchor baby. My girl takes care of me. I don't raise my kids. I'm a bum. Fine. Let's go with that. Now, if that's the case, Mike Millz, then what are you doing about it? Because obviously it's a serious interest to you. Since I'm a person who just got his own place, and I was homeless, and you said I was homeless from months ago, then why didn't you help me find a place? Did it have to be in New York? Why couldn't you help me find a place? More importantly, where was your evidence that I was homeless? I mean, anyone that watched my channel last year, seeing the few indoor videos that I did could easily debunks it, but maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm at somebody else's house just shooting the video. So I just wanted to know 2 things. Number one, if you knew this, why didn't you help me if you down for the black community? And number 2, where was your proof? So then you go around and said, well, I have an anchor baby and I'm on Section 8 and I live with my girl and I don't take care of my kid. That's a lot to unpack there. So we have to, again, follow this logical train of thought. So why didn't you help me find a job? Why didn't you show me how to be a man and take care of my kids? And how to treat my lady? These, you know, Monkey Millz, you know, the things that you said you got going on, you live good, you eat good. Apparently you're eating something, 'cause we can see it on your face, how wide your face got in the Vienna sausages you call fingers. We can see that. So why didn't you do that? Why did you do that for me? If you so-called care about black people, why didn't you do that? And more importantly, once again, where's your evidence? Because I would die to see your proof. And I don't mean tapes edited out of context to make it seem like I'm saying something that I didn't actually say. I'm talking about paper trail. Because people who know me, who are personally connected to me, would be able to tell you I've been married. Been married about 4 years to a woman I've been with for 9 years. Makes about right sense. And the people who have seen my children generally know that my sons are in the best of health. You've never met my kids. And apparently, if I'm on Section 8 and I live in a Section 8 apartment, then show me how much Section 8 is paying my rent for. Show me. See, I have a theory why this guy's attacking me all of a sudden. Now, I know I've cut some general jokes his way, and based on the things he's done by calling into the Wood Grain Show to be a complete jackass. But you ever get the feeling that, you know, you meet somebody and they're into you and you're just not into them? They give you their phone number and they expect you to call, and you don't call for maybe 2 weeks. Then when you finally give them some attention, they, oh my God. And then they make plans, and then you are non-committal, but in their mind, you committed, and they get all dolled up and go sit out there waiting on you, and you never show, and they're all heartbroken and crushed. That's what I think is going on here. I think that he's kind of upset because he asked me to go on his show, and I never showed up. I'm going to give you the backstory here. Now, when the Tyree Sneed incident broke over on the Wood Grain Show, and Monty felt some kind of way about it, and I called in, I gave my opinion. Obviously, like everything else that me and Monty get butt heads on, we end up hanging up the phone on each other. That's the way that it works. Sometimes he hangs up on me, sometimes I hang up on him. That's just the way that it goes. We usually turn around a couple of days later, we cool off, we dap it up. Nothing personal. But then this guy decides he wants to be an opportunistic mole. And he makes a video and he tries to say, you know, Azriel, call my show. I respect your opinion. It's not like that show. Now, I never saw the video and I would have never known it existed until Monty pointed it out to me. And I didn't believe it. There was no way he would actually ask me to do that, considering we don't have any type of rapport. So I go see it for myself, and lo and behold, that's what the fuck he did. Now, needless to say, I didn't go on that show. I never called that show, and I probably would never call that show on this side of me dying. And it was strange to me only because there was no basis for it. Now, I'm going to explain why I won't call his show. This is a man who claims he cares about the black community, but yet he stalks one man because he doesn't like his opinion. Then he throws stuff up against the wall, taking the shotgun approach, trying to find something that will stick when he has no factual basis whatsoever about something I did or supposedly said. And all of which because he wants attention. Really, is it that serious? I have to point this out. This guy feels like, it sounds like a scorned female. Now, yes, I've taken some general shots, And it's based on the things that he was doing when he didn't say anything to me. And as a neutral party, I have a right to an opinion, just like I'm pretty sure he has a right to an opinion. Unless if it's his opinion, which he'll probably say it is, with no factual basis, then okay, so be it. Let's go with that. But then, even if that's your opinion, it goes back to my second question. What are you doing about it to help me? Because as far as I'm concerned, if you're saying I'm all this and you see that, then obviously there's a problem. And even some of the trolls who don't like me pointed this out. And by the way, I found it funny how you attacked me, but somebody pointed out in your comment section that you agree with everything I said when I took my shot at LA. Now notice, here's a difference, and I'll give LA some respect on this. I said what I said to LA, he made his 2 comments, he moved the fuck on. He ain't say nothing to me, I ain't say shit to him. We don't go fucking with each other. I'll respect that man that much. He don't go out of his way to get my attention, and the one time he did a video on me for no reason, I actually laughed. I have to admit, it was kind of funny. But you, dog, this is. Let me explain more in detail. If I didn't explain it earlier, I'm gonna explain it now. Why I won't call your show. Rather, let me continue explaining it. So aside from you being a hypocrite, aside from the fact that you want to talk about things with no research, you tend to attract or hang out with lowbrow, low frequency, low IQ individuals. And let's not add the icing on the cake. That story out on the street is you was trying to get at a minor, a purported 17-year-old for 2 years that's been 17, who a known pedophile on YouTube is grooming and waiting until she reaches of legal age of consent to sleep with. And I questioned you about this, and you could not answer me why you had this girl on the phone with the pedophile instead of getting her parents on the line. You couldn't answer this. And you wonder why I wouldn't call your show? Let's not forget the fact that you swag jack, because you're swag jacking David Carroll right now with the shades and the certain look and styling your face up a certain way. You swag jack Monty because you was trying to talk about how much all these material things you got, these nigga trinkets. But who could forget, and shout out to WLH for pointing out how to a troll from London who you never met, you were showing off your vehicle and your crib, your nigga trinkets, as you would like to say. You see how this works? I don't fuck with people who try to be something that they're not. You swear you got bread, but we never see you flash anything. I can at least give Monty some respect. We've seen his Benz. His house may be small, but we know he owns his house. You sit there and you swag, you come at Tommy and got told you riding my dick. And you know what? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was you, remember? Oh, and when Tyrese Sneed was coming up there and dropping all those racial epithets, there you go again, sir. Yes, sir, master. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you want me, a proud, although solid, and solid is putting in mildly, shoot from the shoulder, take no prisoners, kick-ass son of a bitch, to call your show to validate you, and I'm probably the goldfish in a pond full of tuna, in a sea of tuna. I'm the smallest fish in the pond, but my name travels in circles and rings some bells. And you want me to come to your platform to partake in a conversation that's completely unoriginal, completely boring, with people who I wouldn't much piss on to put the flames out if they were on fire. So you take this approach and you attack me. Well, let's go back to what I said earlier. If all these things were true, then why didn't you help me if you knew they were true? And more importantly, even if that were the case, where's your evidence? And the third thing I gotta ask is, why do you care about my life so much? Last I checked, I don't know you. I don't know your wife, if you have one. I don't know your kids, if you have them. You don't know my wife, and you don't know my children. So why do you care? Mind-boggling, isn't it? Look, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take one of these photos that you see in this video, and I'll put it together in such a way where you can, I'll make a t-shirt, and then I'll sign it, and I'll attach that t-shirt 10 of my best videos in DVD format, and you can watch it, and I'll give you a personalized intro, personalized outro, and you can do your thing. But in the meantime, dog, seriously, get off my nuts, man. Just leave me the fuck alone. Stop trying to shine off me and everybody else and come up on your own. Peace.